Hello, Year 12. In case you missed it, let's go back over some of the basics of arithmetic sequence and series. I'm going to do the first problems on page 11 and page 13. On page 11, your instructions are to find the general term. What does that mean? Well, that means they just want you to derive the formula that you could use to find any term in that sequence. So if we've got, for number 1, a equals 5 and d equals 4, how do we find the general term? Well, you're going to start right here with this formula. One thing that's going to be happening in a general term is that you're going to substitute in the numbers for your a and your d, and then you're going to have a unknown n, because that's the n that you would plug in to find the term in that sequence. So let's go ahead and try that. So we have t n equals, and then you're going to put your a, right? That's 5 plus d times n minus 1. Now you have to distribute this 4. So we've got tn equals 5 plus, well, we got to do 4 times n. That's 4n. And then we got to do 4 times minus 1. That's minus 4. And then we got to combine our like terms. So we've got 4n, and 5 minus 4 is just 1. So our general formula in this sequence is tn equals 4n plus 1. In other words, I can just plug in any n into the 4n plus 1. For example, let's say I wanted the fifth term in the sequence. Well, 4 times 5 is 20 plus 1, 21. 21 would be the fifth term. I could do that with any of the terms in that sequence. So that's a very helpful thing to be able to do, find the general term. Okay, how about finding the sum now? So we're still in arithmetic, and here's our formula here. So you can see, if we want to find the sum, there's 3 things that we need, and you got to sort those out first. So you need the n, right? In this case, n is the number of terms that you want to find the sum of. In this case, it's 50. And a is the first term. In this case, it's 1. And d, the common difference. Well, that's why they gave you enough of these terms in the sequence so you could calculate the common difference, right? The difference between 1 and 4 is 3, 4 and 7, 3, 7 and 10 is 3. Common difference is 3. Now I can plug these 3 numbers in to this formula, S of n. So I got to do n, that's 50, divided by 2. Then I got to put a bracket, and I've got 2 times a, that's 2 times 1, plus d, that's 3. And then I've got to do n minus 1. In this case, remember, n is 50. So I've got to do 50 minus 1. Now I'll just do some simplifying here. 50 over 2, well, that's 25. 2 times 1, that's 2, plus 3 times 49. Okay. Now, be careful there. I could see a possible way to make a mistake here would be to do 2 plus 3, 5 times 49, but you got to pay careful attention to the order of operations here and do the multiplication first. So I've got 25 times 2 plus 3 times 49, which is 147. So now I can see my sum is 25 times 149. Should we go to the calculator? 25 times 149. I got 3725. So our sum of the first 50 terms is 3,725. All right, that's just a quick review of general term and arithmetic sequence sums. So hopefully that will get you started on these two sections, and then I will see you shortly. Okay, thanks everybody.